We will be using the chat window for questions, and the answers will be provided at the conclusion. Welcome, Lauren and Krista. Take it away.
Woo! Hey, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're at. Again, Lauren Searing with the Monterey County CVB Business Development Team. I'm so delighted to be here with you today. Thank you for including me in this month's Prestige Planner webinar to share how Monterey County is a unique California location for your meetings. If you can take some time to drop any questions, favorite personal experiences, maybe let us know any certain aspects that you're most interested to hear about. Krista and Sheldon will manage the chat for addressing them. You can see some of our contact information here, and we'll share it at the end as well. But because Monterey is built on tourism and hospitality, I wanted to share just a little bit about ourselves with you, because when you're working with the CVB, you're working with a team. My role, I have the privilege to be the extension of my clients' planning teams while being a conduit to our destination partners. And it's such a pleasure to create the vision of all that Monterey offers to support the event mission and amaze attendees who often add on an extra night or two from the meeting schedule. I hear how many of my industry peers have just fallen into their careers, and I am one of those. A couple of you on the call have actually known me since I've kind of come into the industry. And had I known back when I went to WSU that I would be a natural fit in hospitality, I would have switched my major. But back then, I didn't even know what hospitality programs were. And I found myself in the industry by recommendation of a boss when I was in retail. I began my job at what is now the Portola Hotel and Spa by assisting the directors of marketing, sales, and catering to find myself in the career path that I just love to be in now. 10 years later, I came to the CVB when an opening presented itself, and I will celebrate my 16th work anniversary in July. Over the years, I have held various roles within MPI chapters, SGMP, CalSAE, PCMA NorCal, and I am the current president of Meeting Professional International, Sacramento Sierra, Nevada, and the Bay Area Regional Council member for CalSAE. So obviously my market is focused on Northern California, but we'll get more into that a little bit later too. I've made some amazing connections during the time here at the CVB, and many of those are with Prestige, whom we are grateful to partner with, as well as others on the call. I'll now pass on the virtual mic along to my colleague, Krista, who can introduce herself and share the flip side of her being in the industry.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me this morning. Again, my name is Krista Sherman, and I am our client services specialist. I have been with the Monterey County CVB now for about 2.5 years, and now with the business development and client services team since this past October. Prior to that, I was working with our membership and visitor services departments, so a little bit different, but still getting the chance to really represent our destination and work with our wonderful partners. Since my transition, I really have had the pleasure to really get to know our client base and, you know, all of their different needs and the way their different programs look and how we can still take our different services and apply them differently to our groups. So I have really passionate about sustainability, and especially in our area. I am an alumni of the Sustainable Hospitality Management program here at California State University, Monterey Bay. I unfortunately graduated in May of 2020, so still getting into the industry and learning so much. And I have learned so much since my transition and getting to work with people like Lauren on our team who have been here for so long, and they're just a wealth of knowledge. So I really have had the pleasure in my new role. And thank you so much again for having me. I'll pass it back to you, Lauren.
Great. Thanks, Krista. We're really lucky to have your talent among the great staff and services of the CVB, and we'll go over more of that in just a little bit. But first, let's go over some destination highlights. To share these, we will show a quick video presented by our VP of Business Development, Teresa Savage.
Monterey is a great destination for meetings because of our innovation and our diversity. We have the beautiful coastal sceneries to the vineyards in Carmel Valley to Pebble Beach, and Carmel by the Sea is so charming. In the historic area of downtown Monterey, it all lends itself well to what meeting planners are looking for. Well, we have over 12,000 rooms in the destination, 224 properties, with over 20 of those being great for meetings. We have a really diverse portfolio for meetings of 10 to 1,500 for the destination. Our destination boasts a lot of outdoor venues. Our resorts and our historic area, we have outdoor adobes. You can have a beach party by the ocean. Many of our properties took advantage of the downtime to do renovation. Monterey Plaza Hotel did their rooms and their public spaces. Monterey Hyatt as well, and the Marriott and Portola all did their guest rooms. In their Monterey Bay Aquarium, if you've not been, it's an amazing spot. You can kayak with the sea lions and biking and hiking. We have many outdoor parks where people can go and be outdoors. Our business development team and our client services team are here to inspire the meeting planner, but we really help the meeting planner bring their dream to life and inspire and create inspiration for their attendees.
Awesome. Thank you for watching that, and hopefully you learned a little something new about Monterey. You probably saw the region offers an abundance of meeting spaces, and we like to think it's a majestic setting for your events. It's pretty amazing how this specific region brings together the best of land and sea, all within close proximity. Monterey County is technically located on the northern portion of California's central coast, but in the mind of a meeting planner, really Monterey is considered to be in Northern California, as we're just a 2-hour drive from San Francisco and an hour south of San Jose. Visitors are greeted by the Pacific Ocean as they drive into Monterey or get to enjoy an amazing aerial view from their direct flight. You can see here on the flight map, our airport provides convenient service with nonstop flights between Seattle, Denver, Dallas, Phoenix, Las Vegas, San Francisco, San Diego, and LAX. We also have a great option to fly into San Francisco or San Jose with a convenient shuttle service. There's a company that offers affordable pricing options for either door-to-door or regular shuttle stop locations. And once in the Monterey County area, it's easy to get around with ride shares, taxis, or even just a walk of your lodging option. So you can see on the map here, we've got the 2 airports, international airports located on the map, just again, an hour to an hour and a half to San Jose, and an hour and a half to really an hour and 45 minutes for SFO. And then the Airbus is running approximately every hour, and they'll have very late and very early departure times, so people can really make all their different flight schedules. Monterey County includes iconic places, hidden gems from the ocean to our valleys. You saw some of that in the video. Options in Big Sur, Carmel, Monterey, Pebble Beach, and beyond provide diversity to accommodate all styles of groups. Monterey County has a variety of attractions for various interests and budgets, with activities and unique offsite venues that create a sense of place, such as our rich California history, bucket list golf, whale watching, the renowned Monterey Bay Aquarium, as you saw, WeatherTech Raceway, Laguna Seca, wineries and tasting rooms, and much more that can be customized for your attendees' needs. What I also love to share is like our appellations of wine country. So that is my backdrop today, showing the landscape of our inland areas, while Krista has our coastal represented in her background. Some things that people aren't as familiar with on our wine country region is that actually wine grapes in the area were established over 250 years ago at the Spanish Mission in Soledad by Franciscan friars. And now today there are over 40,000 acres of vineyards. And what makes it kind of special is that our area features a lot of Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays due to the cool ocean air that basically it's a blue Grand Canyon because of how deep the ocean waters are, and it brings in this layer, a cool blanket to chill those warm valleys and to kind of create some of our delightful wines. And if you want to try some wines for yourself, I just want to have you mark your calendar for June 10th in Carmel by the Sea, where we'll have Monterey County Wine Festival. And because of the draw of the destination's beauty and variety of activities, meeting planners see the location alone as an attendee booster. Many of our planners just reached record numbers for their annual conferences. As mentioned, Monterey has a lot of outdoor recreation options. Nature lovers enjoy the paved and lit 18-mile coastal trail that is popular for walkers, fun runs, and cyclists. Plus, there are various wharf activities from the whale watching, kayaking, sailing, fishing, sunset cruising. Visitors just love to get out on the bay. Plus, farmers markets take place around the region each day of the week to showcase the bounty of our fresh produce. The land explorations can be adventurous, such as racing around the track at Laguna Seca, to Land Rover driving experiences, horseback riding, hikes, or just leisurely wine tasting and culinary tours. I love how I can be wine tasting in Carmel Valley to dipping my toes in the sand just at one of our many beaches within minutes. So our diversity of venues is varied as much as our landscape is varied. So here's an idea of some offsite venues you can take a look at. Part of our role is to really streamline the unique options to match your event needs. You'll see from the hotel listing that we'll be putting up that we represent an array of group properties. And Teresa had mentioned there's about 20. So this is a snapshot of a lot of those hotels and some of their main meeting spaces. And we can make those recommendation and sourcing easy with the free services and working with Prestige as well. The Downtown Monterey Conference Center is really well prepared for the future of meetings as a Platinum LEED certified property, along with a GBAC Star accreditation. With over 40,000 square feet of space, this venue is the hub of our citywide events, and we brand those as Monterey Conference Connections. The property is still really fresh from the multi-million-dollar renovation that had completed recently before the pandemic shutdown. With the Monterey Bay and the Fisherman's Wharf as the backyard and historic downtown as the front, the Connections walkability to places to dine and shop makes it a cohesive location for large groups to feel like the big fish in our ocean. So this is the map that kind of just shows that walkability factor. The stars, of course, the conference center, and then you'll see a green star, just what you would consider north. That's the aquarium, and that's just a little over a mile to walk, and that's along that recreation trail. And so that kind of gives you a snapshot of the distance between point A to point B, basically, and lots of hotels in the downtown corridor. Two of those are the Marriott and the Portola. So combined with these two headquarter hotels, the Connection offers over 60,000 square feet of event space. And the pairing of the Portola and the Marriott can provide room blocks of over 500 peak night. But the downtown region that you saw on the map can actually get well to 800 or even more peak room nights. As we mentioned in the video, the Marriott did renovate their 341 guest rooms, as did the Portola of their 379 hotel rooms. Other properties also invested in renovations since 2021, such as our largest single hotel property, the Hyatt Regency Monterey. They actually added 10 rooms back into their inventory and now has 560 remodeled guest rooms, plus lobby, restaurant, and curbside enhancements. A remodel of Carmel Mission Inn's 165 rooms and meeting space was completed, as well as the Monterey Plaza Hotel. They did a full refresh of their 16,000 square feet of meeting space, and even more recently, they renovated their 290 guest rooms. The Lodge at Pebble Beach fully reconstructed a building of their 26 rooms overlooking the iconic 18th hole, and also opened the new Fairway 1 area off of the Lodge, featuring 38 guest rooms and dedicated meeting space located along the iconic first fairway of Pebble Beach golf links. For those that prefer a more executive course to practice their swing, the 9-hole Peter Hay golf course was completely rebuilt with Tiger Woods Company TGR design, now renamed The Hay. You can follow up your game at the end of the course with a delicious margarita and Mexican-inspired menu at Hay's Place. I highlighted most of the most currently renovated properties, but more of our hotels are either renovating now or they are soon to do so. There is so much more to learn about Monterey County, so please peruse the special microsite that we built for meeting planners that you can bookmark as your personal resource. Crystal will have this linked in the chat, and you can check that out for additional destination resources. So bookmark that for your Monterey meeting planning. I'm just going to stop here, make sure there's no questions in the chat. I'd love to address anything that you would like. I'll have to have someone speak up for the chat if that's possible. If not, then I'll just keep on going on.
Keep on going, Lauren. I don't see anything in the chat yet.
Okay, well, maybe they're waiting for the end, right? Okay.
Right.
So we'll go ahead and get into the services that the CVB then offers. So we do have an all-in booking incentive, and that is valid through the end of June. That would provide new group business a $20 rebate per actualized room night to encourage the group offsite activities and dining. So we'll put more details in that in the chat, but that is also in the microsite. We do expect it to carry it forward because we know June's coming up really soon. We hope to just address that as a case-by-case basis with those on the call. And beyond savings of the finances, the CVB team is really here to save you a lot of time. We know that's very valuable to our meeting planners. So I'm going to defer to Krista to elaborate a little bit on our strategic client services and her role in making your event with us a success.
Thank you, Lauren. So just as Lauren mentioned a little bit earlier about how we have a very unique base of venues, meeting spaces, and landscape, we also do provide a variety of different services to you to, again, just really make your life a little bit easier and your program as successful as it can be. We really do have the expertise and the insider knowledge, being that we work and live here every single day. And it's something that we really want to make sure that we share everything that we can with you. If you're looking for something new, if you're looking, if your program is really wanting to do something more unique, we're here to help you be able to do that. One of our most popular and helpful resources that we do provide to our clients would be our custom microsites. And I like to think of these more as a destination resource instead of another event page for your program. We can definitely customize it and include as much information as you want specific to your program, but also really to show you what is around your hotel, what is around the Monterey Conference Center that you can go out and do on your own time, or even include in your program as an attendee activity or client dinner, all of that great information. We're really here to be able to present that to you. Site experiences are, again, if you are still in the process of, helping your client find the location for the program, we want to make that experience as easy and streamlined for you as possible. So we'll really take on that role of working with our local partners and making sure that the flow of your itinerary makes sense and that you get to see as much as you can while you're here. Sometimes our clients have tighter timelines, so we really want to make that easier and take that stress on of planning to give you the break of planning. And then again, if you need any kind of marketing information or details to get your attendees excited or your group excited, our marketing team and our client services team has really put together a wonderful toolkit for you. We have a media gallery that you can have access to at all times should you need that to, again, have those promotional pictures to really get people excited about the destination. And again, I can drop this link in the chat after, but more of our services with details and things of that sort can be found on our website at cmonterey.com/services.
Thank you, Krista. That's really helpful information. You've been a godsend to so many of our meeting planners, and a lot of these requests end up coming up at the very last minute. And so you're a real good pinch hitter when we need to have some help with, oh my gosh, I need some staff help, or where do I find a printer locally, and all these kind of things that just randomly show up and on your radar. So thank you for that.
Absolutely, thank you.
Part of my role is to work with meeting planners in creating, the destination as a value to their meetings. Customizing the sourcing is one way, but then it's also the presentation, and it's putting together the possibilities for what the program can entail on the front end. And then of course, Krista is who kind of brings that all together at the end for you when you're ready to really put things in motion. I wanted to share with you that, of course, Monterey County is based on not only hospitality, but of course, our first industry is agriculture. So your attendees can always, enjoy the freshest of produce. And then we also have the Monterey Bay for the freshest of seafood. So of course, the menu planning is going to be easy for you, and of course, of the freshest. We love to curate the events for our planners, so just keep us posted as far as what your needs are. We're not very cookie cutter. As far as when we're working with our clients, it's very specific to what your needs are. So we look forward to hearing more about any questions that you have specific to how we can address the destination to you. I am one of 4 business development executives on our team that get to represent this destination, but the lucky one to actually call this beautiful place my home. We have other regional reps, Joe Marcy in Southern California, Casey Betcher in Texas, and Rick Hudd in Illinois. So if we all get to work with you, that'd be fantastic. I'm just really excited about you taking some time to spend with us today. And we do have some fun socks as a token of appreciation for joining us today. So if you've shared your mailing information with Prestige, I'll get that at the end, and I can make sure you get a pair of those. They have otters on them, so they're really cute. And so also another thing is we have some really great webcams in the area. So if we have a little extra time, we can put up some of the favorite ones. I know the Monterey Bay Aquarium has some really fun ones with the otters, the sea otter exhibit. In fact, there's probably 5 or 6 that are always going in the destination. So we can share that as well. Are there any other comments or questions that people have had since I've been rambling on? Hearing none? No? Okay. Well, I just saw so many people on the call that I know so well, and I'm just so grateful to see your faces again. And hopefully I'll see you back in Monterey. It's been a long time, and just so much gratitude for everyone being able to continue to consider the destination.
Any questions for our folks from Sea Monterey? Nice overview, ladies. Thank you so much for spending time with us this morning.
Oh, you bet. Yeah, I mean, I guess it was just so informative, so appreciate
Right,
that.
see?
But like
You
I said,
covered
we
so much.
we customize for everybody, so those questions might just be more one-offs, and so I appreciate that. Thanks for the love.
Yes. Well, you might get some questions afterwards as well. I know some folks on the planner side have interest in Sea Monterey area for Monterey, California for their events. So
Yeah, we have a
I'll be
lot of
following
great
up.
events in the area too. So if people want to just come down for their own personal travel, I mean, I mentioned the wine festival in June. We have the U.S. Women's Golf Open in July at Pebble Beach. There's races all throughout. We have the California Rodeo coming up with some great music. There's a lot to happen in the summer. So people, if anyone's living somewhere that gets really hot in the summer, you want to cool off with the cool ocean breezes, and just let us know. We'll help you with your personal trip too.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. We appreciate everybody's time this morning. If there's no questions, then we will say goodbye
I can
for
set you
now.
free. All right.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. We'll follow.
Have a
We'll
great
follow
day,
up.
everybody. Yes.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Thanks for everything, Prestige.